this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat. According to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast. Fucking let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick T platform is live right now.
MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
And we are live with the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 28, presented by the Rick T platform. We're calling this the Adrian Peterson episode. Already know what it is, Heisman, man. Thank you guys all for tuning in, wherever you guys may be tuning in from, for the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 28, presented by the Rick T platform, man. I am your guys' host, Eric Holmes. You guys can follow me on all social media platforms, as you guys see down below, at Rick T _E, man. Let's get into it, bro. We have a bunch of sports for you guys, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, whether it's hockey. It is crazy. TK 2296, thank you for tuning in, man, saying I'm a savage, whatever I want, I'm gonna get. Jalen saying, yo, how about them Saints? Who dat? Tony also said I'm wild, and I ain't wildin', man. I just had to get back to the old vibes. You guys already know what it is here on the Talk Your Talk Show, having fun, all about the sports, all about the vibes. we got to get into one, man. Like I said, if you guys love it here on the Rick T platform, enjoying here on the Talk Your Talk Show, Rick T platform, or the Rick T podcast, cookouts and fist fights, or how about them Cowboys, man? Definitely shoot us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Definitely a like and follow and subscribe on Twitch. And you guys can also follow us on all Facebook platforms at Rick RTPL or RTP1ATFORM. Yes, sir. You guys already know what it is, man. But let's get into it. As NFL Week 7 just ended down, let's look at our Week 7 NFL Power Rankings presented by the Rick T Podcast. Starting from the bottom up, man. So at 32, we have the Houston Texans. 30, Jacksonville Jaguars. 28, Miami Dolphins. 32, sorry, went completely opposite. 32, Houston Texans. 31, Detroit Lions. 30, Jacksonville Jaguars. 29, New York Jets. 28, Miami Dolphins. 27, Washington Football Team. You guys definitely let me know in chat if you guys disagree with these rankings, which I definitely don't. I think these are pretty damn accurate. But moving in to the early 20s, man. 26, Philadelphia Eagles. 25, New York Giants. 24, the Chicago Bears, as Justin Fields fails the team once again. 23, the Atlanta Falcons. 22, the Minnesota Vikings, who the Dallas Cowboys play this week. You guys already know what it is. How about them Cowboys? 21, Seattle Seahawks. Moving into the teens here, 20, San Francisco 49ers. 19, Carolina Panthers. 18, Denver Broncos. 17, Indianapolis Colts. 16, Pittsburgh Steelers. 15, New England Patriots. 14, Kansas City Chiefs. 13, Cleveland Browns. 12, New Orleans Saints. There's just Saints sitting at 12 right there, Jay. 11, Las Vegas Raiders. At 10, Baltimore Ravens. At 9, Tennessee Titans. Getting into the top 8 of the NFL power rankings through week 7. At 8, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. Even after taking an L, I still think they're in the top 8 teams. At 7, the Cincinnati Bengals leading the AFC. If you guys did not know that, we'll talk about that here in a second. 6, my Dallas Cowboys, your Dallas Cowboys, America's Dallas Cowboys sitting there at 6. At 5, Green Bay Packers. They also play the Arizona Cardinals, ranked at 1 tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football. At 4, we have the Buffalo Bills. 3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2, Los Angeles Rams. And at 1, like I just said, the Arizona Cardinals. So you guys let me know what you guys think of these rankings and what you guys disagree with, agree with going into week 8 here one way. Tony Cave is saying, no way the Broncos are top 20. We should be 25, 26. So, and you're a Broncos fan. So that's just you being honest, saying the Broncos are way too early. Looking at it here, you guys are rated at 18. So not far off of 25, 26, man, but looking at 25, 26, that's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. So if you guys think you guys are playing like them, which I think you guys may be a tad bit better than the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. But man, Tony Cave is in the chat disagreeing with the week 7 power rankings for sure. We'll go ahead and talk about that also on Saturday night for the Rick T podcast. If you guys are not watching the Atlanta Braves versus Houston Astros game right now, you guys are wildin'. That's definitely a game you guys should be watching. Definitely a game you guys need to have on your TV, also along with the NBA games going alongside with it, man. But let's continue to talk about the NFL as we move into week 8. Week 7 just wrapped up. TK22 is saying, I'm just salty with my team. Jigga Man, what up, RTP? How you doing, man? My man, Jigga Man, thank you for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show, man. Appreciate the love always. And Tony Cave is saying, I'm probably wild. And you might be wild and giving your team a little less credit than it actually deserves, I think. Your guys' record is, 3-4? But I think that team is in disguise a good team. And I've been said that for a minute, man. No, you're all good, man. But let's continue on, going on to topic number 1 here in RTP/NFL Talk. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. All 5 of the best records in the league belong to teams in the NFC, man. The Arizona Cardinals are sitting at 7-0, Buccaneers 6-1, Packers 6-1, Rams 6-1, and Dallas Cowboys at 5-1, being that their bye was last week. So let's see if they can go ahead and advance to 6-1 this Sunday night, playing the Minnesota Vikings on our Halloween night game. We'll go ahead and talk about that as well. But just looking at that, man, you guys do see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 6-1. But one thing that's surprising to me and a lot of other people is you do not see the Kansas City Chiefs in this right now. The Kansas City Chiefs are sitting at a fat 3-4, I believe. They just got beat, 27-33 to 3 last week by the Tennessee Titans. It was a destroying, monstrous game by Derrick Henry. He threw a touchdown where Patrick Mahomes actually didn't throw any touchdowns. Tyreek Hill didn't get any touchdowns. Travis Kelce was complaining the whole game. And Patrick Mahomes actually got hurt late in the third quarter to go ahead and exit the game. He should be back this weekend. But let's go ahead and talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, man. So one better earlier this year, better put $7,000 on the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. So Sportsbook would pay out $23,800. Projection model gives three and four Chiefs a 25.2% chance of making the playoffs this year. So this guy might be in the makings for going ahead and risking $7,000 and going ahead and getting $23,800 back in cash, man. So that is one bet that I did want to talk about, just being that the Chiefs are not in the playoffs. They are not leading the NFC or AFC. And they are definitely not even leading their division, man. I know the Broncos are low with them, but the Raiders are going to go ahead and beat them. The Chargers are going to go ahead and beat them. And it's proven this year, last year, that those teams are better than the Kansas City Chiefs, man. But moving on, who is leading the AFC? You guys might wonder. I'll tell you guys right now, it is not the Baltimore Ravens. It is not the Buffalo Bills. It is not these teams that you guys think are going to go out here and destroy teams. It's a team that's been ass cheeks for the last 15 to 20 years, at least as long as I've been alive. This Cincinnati Bengals team, man, going crazy. Currently the number one seed in the AFC. They have taken down Lamar Jackson. They have taken over the AFC over people like Pat Mahomes, Big Ben, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen. The leader of the AFC right now is Mr. Joe Burrow. And a fun fact for you guys, most receiving yards in first 7 games in NFL history. Jamar Chase leads it at 754, over 120 yards over the next leading receiver, which was Anquan Bolden. Tony Cave is saying Chase is an animal. Yes, this guy is a monstrous fucking guy. And RTP Deadly is saying 49ers are ass. Odell Beckham goes at third with 690 points, man. It is just incredible to see what these guys are doing out here, especially as rookies. They seem to be getting better and better every year, I would say. Not a lot of rookies think that they're going to get a lot of play time. They're going to get the ball too much unless you're a Jamar Chase or a CeeDee Lamb or something like that, man. And it is just amazing to see. I'm proud to see these guys doing good. Jalen is saying that's crazy. I called Cincinnati was going to be good. Chase is nasty. Yeah, there's just a lot of comments you can say about the Cincinnati Bengals, but are you still going to pick them in your pick'ems? That's my thing is, can you confidently pick Cincinnati to just go out there and destroy every weekend, or are they surprising everybody? Because they sure in the fuck are surprising me. I promise that. Cincinnati is not a team that I thought would come out here and just start destroying teams like the Baltimore Ravens, like the Pittsburgh Steelers going 11-0 last year. I definitely thought the Buffalo Bills would be better right now. There's a lot of AFC teams. Kansas City Chiefs, for example, who we were just talking about. There's a lot of AFC teams that I thought would be better on the market in the AFC, and they're just not proving it. But one team that is proving it is the Cincinnati Bengals team with Joe Burrow and his college teammate who won the national champion with him out of LSU, Jamar Chase, man. They were going fucking crazy, man. Tony Cave is saying depends on the week. I'm still skeptical. And that's exactly what I'm saying, Tony. If they were playing tomorrow, I don't know who I would take in that, just being that they are the Cincinnati Bengals. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of tough. But let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and talk about something that everyone came to this show for. You guys know I get the best sports drama, the best sports tea, aka Rick T E, aka Rick T platform. You guys already know what it is. We get the drama here. So let's go ahead and talk about Mike Evans giving away Tom Brady's 600th career touchdown ball. He is the only person to ever throw for 600 touchdowns, and Mike Evans caught the touchdown and just gave it to a fan in the crowd, which you guys know gave it back and got some little reimbursements from it, man. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Updated list of compensation for the guy who gave back Brady's 600th touchdown ball. So he gave it back. He got a signed Tom Brady jersey. Or signed Tom Brady jerseys. Sorry about that. Multiple. Signed Mike Evan jersey. Mike Evan game cleats. Signed football by Brady. Bucks 21 and 22 season tickets. Wow, that's nice. $1,000 credit at any team store. 1 Bitcoin from Tom Brady. And you guys see it right there. Tom Brady actually tweeted at him and say, let's make this trade. Let's get this guy a Bitcoin. I did my research. 1 Bitcoin is worth about $23,879. Tom Brady paid that man. A lot of people have been saying this guy is stupid. He could have held that ball and got what he deserved. He could have grabbed that ball and instantly just left the chat. No fucking way. Oh, and I'm even looking at it, man. 58,000 is 1 Bitcoin. I was way wrong. My explanation for it was $30,000 lower than what it really is, man. 58,000, 58K is 1 Bitcoin, which Tom Brady gave him. How many Bitcoins do you guys think this guy has, Tom Brady? TK is saying that man fat or made out like a bandit. Screw the ball at that point. And honestly, I 100% agree. That ball ain't that much to me. Dak Prescott could throw 601, and if I got that ball, I just know that I'm getting something good for the next 2 to 3 years. And honestly, I would give all that up for season tickets the rest of my fucking life. Honestly, if they wanted to just offer me that, season tickets and free beer the rest of your life, any stadium, it doesn't matter if you're, want to travel with us or whatever. If you can go ahead and afford the plane ticket, you have a season ticket, sold. The rest of my life, sold. I'm there. You don't have to give me no jerseys. You don't have to give me a Bitcoin. You don't have to give me none of that. Just give me season tickets the rest of my life, man. But that, me, I'm just a loyal football fan. I would appreciate, season tickets the rest of my life, plus a Bitcoin. But that's asking a little much now. But man, this guy made out like a bandit, as TK would say. Let's go ahead and read it one more time. Sign Tom Brady jerseys. Sign Mike Evans jersey. Or Mike Evans game cleats. Sign football by Brady. Bucks 21 and 21 or 22 season tickets. $1,000 credit at team store and 1 Bitcoin from Tom Brady. And like I said, I got it from backstage. A Bitcoin is 58K for 1. This guy got 1 Bitcoin. Tony's saying big facts, man. I would give all that up for season tickets, man. Mike Evans go ahead and tweeted at Tom Brady and said, "Sorry, big bro. Glad the priceless legendary item was retrieved. Definitely at a fat price. It wasn't priceless. Or was it? Could he have gotten more out of that? I'd give me 5 Bitcoins, motherfucker. I know you got them. Give them up. 5 Bitcoins and a season tickets the rest of my life for me and 4 family members, or I'm never giving. I will pop this bitch right here, right now. I will slash into it. And they just take it and kick you out the stadium. That'd be some shit. That would suck, man. But you guys see what he got there. Mike Evans is happy the man got it. But let's go ahead and move on to some different NFL drama, man. I told you guys the Kansas City Chiefs got the shit beat out of them by the Tennessee Titans. So let's go ahead and talk about the Tennessee Titans for a second. They're looking really good this past month. But they did take one downfall, man. They did lose to the Jets. So what is going on with this Tennessee Titans team? Like I said, just this month, they have beaten the Bills. They have blown out the Chiefs, but they have lost to the Jets, man. Is this just a roller coaster ride for the Tennessee Titans, or is this a solidified playoff contending team? I couldn't tell you, honestly, with my own 2 eyes. Ryan Tannehill comes in and week out and kind of confuses the shit out of me. Julio isn't doing anything. AJ Brown isn't really doing much. It really is the Derrick Henry show, and that defense is actually playing outstanding behind Mike Vrabel. I think Cincy is better, is what RTP Deadly is saying, better than the Titans. And I honestly, the way it looks and the way it feels is I'm not confident picking either of them in my pick'ems, but if they were playing each other, honestly, I'd pick Cincy. So I feel like I can agree with that. I do think Cincinnati might be a little bit better, but let's talk about Tennessee right here. Can they do it the rest of the way behind Derrick Henry is my question to you guys in chat. What do you guys think about Derrick Henry also leading the league? He has more rushing yards than I think 21 or 22 teams himself. He is going crazy. He will definitely hit 1,000 yards in the next 2 to 3 games, depending on who he plays, how he plays. But Derrick Henry is looking outstanding, man. And the Astros just got a double. Fuck. But Derrick Henry is looking amazing, man. Derrick Henry is doing special things. But like I said, the Tennessee Titans do have their downfalls. Week 4, they did lose to the Jets. Week 6, they beat the Bills. And week 7, just this last week, they blew out the Chiefs. They blew the lights out of them, bro. Pat Mahomes was hurt. Tyreek Hill was complaining. They had Travis Kelce getting clowned on TikTok. He just wasn't looking good. Tony K said Derrick Henry for MVP. So that's the thing, is only quarterbacks win MVP nowadays, right? Derrick Henry was the one of 2 people from the Tennessee Titans last week to throw a touchdown. He said, "Okay, hold my beer. You guys want to say quarterbacks win championships, quarterbacks win MVPs? Hold my beer. Hold the phone. Hold the phone." He could. He's nasty. RPT or RTP Deadly is saying in chat as well. But let's go ahead and get off the Tennessee Titans. Man, and just got news from backstage. Matt Faracci is actually at this Astros Atlanta game at the World Series live here in Houston. I'm jealous too. I'm super jealous, man. Matt Faracci definitely doing his thing. Tony K or 2296 is also saying he threw a touchdown pass. He's my MVP. My MVP is Dak Prescott. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on How About Them Cowboys on Saturday, because I do have some statistics about that specifically. Dak Prescott is leading the way for MVP odds. Don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know why. But he is. So I'll go ahead and ride with him, man. But let's go ahead and talk about something different. We just talked about the Tennessee Titans, but let's talk about Sunday specifically. Sunday was National Tight End Day. Congratulations, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, all the great tight ends who have ever been, and Jason Witten and multiple guys. Those guys make the league what it is today. Tight ends are a big part of football today. I remember back in high school, and even earlier than high school, I used to be like, I don't want to play tight end. I want to play receiver. And then as I got into my senior year in high school, I'm like, this motherfucker at the tight end spot has 7 more receptions and 140 more yards just in this game. I don't get looked at. Tight ends do the drag routes. They definitely make the blocks. They do the shorter routes up the middle. The tight ends are where it's at nowadays. So shout out to tight ends on National Tight End Day. But let's definitely talk about the tight ends. On Sunday, as it was National Tight End Day, each of these guys scored a touchdown on Sunday. CJ Uzomah, Mike Gesicki, Zach Ertz, Robert Tonyan, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts didn't score a touchdown, but he did go off for 163 yards. Foster Monroe, McCole Pafru, Mo Alley Cox, Hunter Henry, all these guys just went outstandingly crazy on National Tight End Day. So congratulations to you guys. Happy National Tight End Day from us here at the Talk Your Talk Show. A little bit late, but you guys ball out. We're definitely going to recognize you guys. But one tight end in specific that did break records on Sunday from doing something special, Mr. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz becomes the first player in NFL history to catch a touchdown for different teams in consecutive weeks. In week 6, he caught a touchdown, a big one, too, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Got traded. The Arizona Cardinals played early week 6. And then week 7, he could play for the Arizona Cardinals, and he got a big 46-yarder for the Arizona Cardinals, being that he's the first player in NFL history to catch a touchdown for different teams in consecutive weeks. So shout out, Mr. Zach Ertz, man, doing it big, man. We love you here on the Talk Your Talk Show. Even as a Dallas fan, I wish Dallas had a guy like Zach Ertz. But now we have someone better. So let's not talk about that, man. Tony Cave going off on chat. Gesicki went stupid every time I looked at the game. He had the ball. Yet Miami still goes down to the Atlanta Falcons 28-30. Miami, we don't have a topic, but let's just go ahead and throw this out here for a second. 1-6. They are fucking 1-6. Yet so many people think the Jets are ass. They think the Lions are really bad. There's a lot of teams that are just looked at differently. But let's talk about this Miami team. 1-6. Behind Tua. Behind multiple people that have talent. Brian Flores, I think you need to go bye-bye. Tua, I think you need to go bye-bye. I think Deshaun Watson needs to go ahead and head to the Miami Dolphins and get that trade rolling. That was in rumor last week. But let's talk about some more trash-ass teams, some more trash-ass quarterbacks, man. We're just talking about the Jets, man. First quarter scoring this season, the New York Jets have 0 points. Their opponents have scored 44 first quarter points on them just in 7 weeks. Not a great stat, man. Tony Cave is also saying your dad about to call in if you keep bad-mouthing the Fins. Oh, fuck. I really just did get a text as soon as you said that shit. Don't do it. Stop talking shit about my Dolphins. All right. Let me stop talking shit about the Dolphins. But shit, 1-6, fucking A. Sell the team. But let's talk about some more shitty quarterbacks. Like I said, first quarter scoring this season, the Jets have 0 points. Their opponents have 44. The last team to do that, to go scoreless in the first quarter in each of their first 6 games of the season, was the 0-16 2008 Lions. What does this mean for the Jets team? Even though they do have one win under their belt, are they going to be the same god dang team that they were last year with only one win? With only one win? Can this Jets team pull out more behind Zach Wilson, even though he did have an ACL injury, which he will be back in a couple weeks, I believe. I think that was the rumor. Sorry about that. I was reading something. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. The Jets are fucking ass. Jigga man. Well, this is my alert to leave. Bye. Jigga. No, man. I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to, fucking I don't mean to, hate on him. But Jesus, man. First quarter points. I love Rob Saleh. I love Zach Wilson. I wouldn't say I love Zach Wilson. I like Zach Wilson. But fucking A, what is going on with New York football? I thought New York football was supposed to be good. They got the most pride out of any teams, I swear. The Jets, the Giants, and the Eagles, all in that one little square of area up there in the East. Like, they love their football, good or bad. But man, why you guys bad so fucking much? Come on now, Jets. Ask Jigga, honestly, go ahead and ask Tony, ask Jello. I'd rode with the Jets more than 50% last year. And I think I'm probably at 15% out of 7 weeks this year with them, which, is probably about one game, but maybe two. But the Jets got to turn this shit around. But let's go ahead and move on, man, to another trash team, maybe another tough game to talk about for certain people. I hate to go ahead and, maybe be attacking the Jigga Man Porto squad. But let's talk about these fucking Lions now. I hope Coach Richie isn't going to get offended for this, man. But the Lions, I have DeAndre Swift. I like Jared Goff. I really do. I like their coach. I'm in love with Penei Sewell. I think he's got some big fucking nuts to go ahead and go up against Aaron Donald. Joe Namath sold his soul to the devil, and this is what happens. Joe Namath. That was a fucking minute ago, and you guys have been pretty bad. I remember one year, though, growing up, or maybe it was a span of 3 years, the Jets went to the AFC Championship all 3 years in a row and lost. They had LaDainian Tomlinson, I believe, 2 out of them. And, man, it was just sad to see. I thought the Jets were going to be something. Rex Ryan, maybe it was a little Mark Sanchez in there. I'm not too sure who your guys' quarterback was at the moment. You guys have so many. But, man, the Jets were looking good at one point, and they just stopped. But the Lions, they did have their revenge game. Jared Goff versus Matt Stafford traveled back to LA to play his old coach and his old team in Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams. It was a great game. It was honestly a really good game. In the first, 4 minutes, the Rams were up 7. They went ahead and onsided it in the first quarter. They ended up getting it. They ended up going, I think, up 16 or 10 to nothing. And then the Rams just came back, and it was just a fight. Back and forth, all the way to the end, man. But I do have a funny little meme I do want to show you guys as it being the revenge game. Hey, good game. Hey, coach, good game, and nice seeing you again. 0-7, bitch. Jesus Christ, Sean McVay is a savage. That's all I'm going to say is go back to the Lions. Hey, we're on them, bro. I swear we're on them. 0-7, bitch. Moving on, bro. Talking about a little bit different squad, maybe some more trash. Another rookie quarterback going down. Justin Fields, he's literal trash this year. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Justin Fields, following his preseason debut in August, he did go ahead and say, and I quote, "The speed of the game was actually kind of slow to me, to be honest." Justin Fields ranks this season among 33 quarterbacks with 100 passing attempts. Passing touchdowns, he only has 2. He is ranked 33rd, which is last. Passing yards, 816, ranked 33rd, which is last. Passer rating, 61.8, ranked 33rd, which is also last. And completion percentage, 57.3, a little bit over half of his passes, which is also ranked 33 and also last. So let's go ahead and say this for the Jets fans, maybe for the Lions fans. You guys may be bad. But your guys' quarterback is no worse than Mr. Justin Fields, the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. And my question about this is it Justin Fields? Is it the team? Is it Matt Nagy? You guys will probably hear about him on the fucking hot seat after seeing these stats. Does this mean he's worse than a backup who has been playing? Any quarterback with 100 passing yards or 100 passing attempts. So what quarterback do you know that has 100 passing attempts? It's probably Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton probably has 100 passing attempts and is probably ranked somewhere around the 28, 29 area, while this guy is ranked 33rd. There's only 32 teams, so that math don't work for my brain. Yeah, but there's quarterbacks that have had over 100 passing attempts. You know what I'm saying? Andy Dalton played a good 3 weeks. What other quarterbacks? But Tyrod Taylor probably has over 100 passing attempts, being that he went down week 4 or something like that for the Houston Texans. But I don't know. So Justin Fields, literal fucking garbage. There's this jersey, a trash can. He's ranked 33rd in every single statistic going into week 8, man. Can the Bears turn it around? I do not know. Oof. Sam Darnold was benched while trailing 15-3 with 12:47 left in the fourth last week. The Athletic reporters, Panthers expected to be involved in the Deshaun Watson trade talks now. So can you guys see Deshaun Watson down there in North Carolina? Can Deshaun Watson go down there to the Carolina Panthers and shake shit up after Sam Darnold has just looked like Sam Darnold from the New York Jets? I just don't know. Sam Darnold has not been looking good. Let's be honest. He is 0-3 against NFC East teams. Remember, you guys were calling him the NFC least last year. I was calling him the fucking NFC least. I'm a Dallas fan. What's good, bro? My boy, Big Blue Jay. Welcome to the Talk Your Talk show, brother. We love it here, man. If Fields was in New Orleans, he'd be A-okay. Do you truly think that, or are you just saying that because you're a New Orleans fans? Jay, you really think so? And that's what I'm asking. Do you actually think that? Is that a real opinion? Because I could fuck with it if it's a real opinion. But if you're just saying that as a biased Saints fan, I don't really want to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if I can rock with it. But man, Big Blue Jay, thank you for fucking tuning in, bro. Thank you for fucking tuning in. Jesus. Fucking turn it up. Turn it the fuck up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Blow it up. But let's go ahead and move on, man. You guys hear the rumors now. Deshaun Watson could be headed to North Carolina. He could be headed to Miami. He has a no-trade clause where he has to agree where he goes. And he has only agreed to Miami. In Miami, I actually heard it from Adam Schefter the other day. They have agreed to a trade, but Miami is only agreeing to the trade if they figure out if his charges are going to be dropped completely 150%. I don't know when they're going to figure that out. I don't know if they can figure that out this soon and, with everything happening. But Deshaun Watson could be going to Miami, and you guys see the reports here. He could be headed down to North Carolina to play for the Carolina Panthers. I don't know, man. If I leave and come back, do I get a siren? Tony. My dog. Thank you guys for tuning in. Little J6. Mike. Jigga Man. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who else is in this motherfucker? RTP Deadly. You already know what it is, man. Let's go ahead and turn up for it one more time. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yo, what the fuck? I gave you a siren. I gave you a fucking siren. Moving on, talking about quarterbacks that may be traded. One did get traded just last week with Zach Wilson going down. The Philadelphia Eagles trade Joe Flacco to the New York Jets. Joe Flacco, another yet New York Jet quarterback. I'm not too sure. I think he actually played for the New York Jets at one point. Maybe not. No, he played for the Ravens. He might have. Yeah, I think he did. But Joe Flacco headed back to New York to possibly be the starting quarterback this week for the New York Jets. Don't take him in your fucking pick'ems. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep shitting on the Jets, Jigga, but fuck. Damn, you should get into college football. I won't even fucking lie. College football is exciting because the Jets just aren't it. But you're not the only Jets fan that watches this. Matt Faraci, if he wasn't at the World Series right now, he'd probably be fucking crying in the club. Let's be honest. But hey, moving on, talking one more thing for our NFL topics before we get into some college fucking football talk here in the Talk Your Talk show. Ooh, cha-cha-cha. But let's get into it, man. At the current rate, the current NFL playoff picture right now in the AFC, ranked 1, the Cincinnati Bengals. At rank 2, the Las Vegas Raiders. Ranked 3, the Tennessee Titans. Ranked 4, the Buffalo Bills. Ranked 5, the Baltimore Ravens. Ranked 6, the Los Angeles Chargers. And ranked 7, I believe with the with the 2 bye spots, or not with the 2 bye spots, with the 2 wild card spots are the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. In the NFC side, rank 1, the Arizona Cardinals. Rank 2, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rank 3, the Green Bay Packers. Rank 4, how about them Cowboys, baby? Woo! You talking about playoffs? You talking about playoffs? Yes, sir. Rank 5, the Los Angeles Rams. Rank 6, the New Orleans Saints. NOL, baby. Rank 7, the Minnesota Vikings, who the Dallas Cowboys do play here on Sunday night. Halloween spookiness. You already know Dak Prescott versus Kirk Cousins, Zeke versus Dalvin Cook, CD versus Justin Jefferson. I don't know how the fuck this one is going to turn out, but you already know how we riding. How about them motherfucking Cowboys, baby? We're going to go out here and dominate in every single goddamn way. Every single way. Every single way. Well, one more fact for you guys for this Thursday night game going into tomorrow night. Highest combined winning percentages at 0.929 by opposing teams entering a Thursday night game since 1934. Tomorrow, you guys are gonna witness history as we do here in today's age so much, and we just don't appreciate it. But I want you guys to go ahead and soak this in tomorrow because it's gonna be an outstanding game, in my opinion. Highest combined winning percentage at 0.929 by opposing teams entering a Thursday night game since 1934. The Green Bay Packers, 6-1, take on, goddamn, the 7-0 Arizona Cardinals. Their total record is 13-1. It's a lot of fucking wins on those 2 records, man. But one thing you need to know going into tomorrow night, fantasy owners, Packers wide receiver Devontae Adams is unlikely to play tomorrow night, considering he will still need 2 negative COVID tests 24 hours apart. Packers wide receiver Allen Lazard is out because he is unvaccinated and couldn't be cleared in time for Thursday's night's game. So there's definitely some trouble going on in the Packers receiving core. We're definitely going to see what's going on with that one. But let's talk about our NFL picks for that game. You guys already knew on the Rick T podcast, we do our NFL pick'ems here with the boys, Jello Rexroad, Eric Holmes, and Tony Cave. So let's go ahead and talk about them one more time. Let's go ahead and pop the banners up for Thursday night football. The Rick T podcast crew picks. I got Arizona winning 31-24. Tony's got Arizona winning 28-21. Jello didn't fucking text me back, so I don't know. We'll talk about his on Saturday. And backstage, we got a guy backstage that made his vote. He got Green Bay, go Pack, go, winning 31-28. But I don't know if they seen this. I don't know if they were paying attention. No Devontae Adams, no Allen Lazard. So you go ahead and take that and take the L. It's a tough life. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some college fucking football. Week 9 top 20 or week 9 top 25 Associated Press, man. And you guys already know I ride with my Ducks till the day I goddamn die. My Oregon Ducks need to make a goddamn playoffs. We need to go ahead and win it all. But looking at it, man, they have us ranked at 7, knocking outside the door. So at 1, they have the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs. At 2, they have the undefeated Cincinnati Wildcats, Bearcats. Sorry about that fucking mascot's weird. At 3, they have the 1-loss Alabama Crimson Tide. At 4, they have the undefeated Oklahoma Sooners. At 5, they have the 1-loss Ohio State Buckeyes, and their 1 loss is to, you already know it's Go Ducks. So we need them to keep winning to make us look good. At 6, Michigan undefeated. I haven't been watching them this year, but they do play rank 8 this weekend. It is rank 6 versus rank 8. Michigan versus Michigan State. 1 is going to fall. They're both undefeated. Right outside of Michigan is Oregon. We have one loss to fucking Stanford, unranked. God damn it. At 8, Michigan State. And at 9, Iowa State. They got the shit beat out of them a couple weeks ago when they were ranked at 2. And at 10 is Ole Miss. You guys can go ahead and check out 11 through 25, which I do not think they are even valuable enough to read. They are not even valuable enough to read. So for the Ducks to make the playoffs, and I want you guys to hear it from me first. And yes, backstage, be ready for that. Right when I say, fuck it, roll the tape. Go ahead and roll the tape in a second. For the Ducks to make the playoffs, we need a lot to fucking happen. Being that we have one loss, being that the top 4 or 5 is solid as hell, and being that 6 through 8, we're all just knocking right outside the door to the final 4 to the playoffs. So we need a lot to happen. Fuck it, roll the tape, Justin. Let's let the folks know what my Oregon Ducks need to make this year's college football playoffs. The Associated Press has Oregon ranked at 7 going into week 9. So this is what Oregon needs to happen in order to make the college football playoffs. Number 1, Oregon needs to win out and win the Pac-12. This is one thing in their control, and it would be hard to leave them out as one-loss conference champion with a win over Ohio State. At 2, Ohio State needs to keep winning. As long as Oregon wins out, their win over Ohio State University could be the difference when it comes down to it, especially if Ohio State loses in the top 3 or 4. Number 3, University of Georgia needs to beat Bama in the SEC championship. That would knock Bama out for good. If Bama wins, there could be a situation where both teams make it in. 4, either Oklahoma or Cincinnati needs to lose at some point before the end of the season. This would leave the final 4 teams as University of Georgia, Ohio State, OU or Cincinnati, and Oregon. We need that shit. We need that as Ducks fans. We need that exact shit to happen. But being unbiased and to continue talking about the college football world, yeah, of course not. To continue talking about the college football world, let's talk about a game last Saturday that broke a lot of records and honestly made me miss the whole fucking first quarter of the Oregon UCLA game. This game happened to be on the same channel, the game right before the Oregon game. So we had to finish this game to get into the Oregon game. This game went to fucking 9 overtimes. 9. Broke the NCAA record for longest NCAA game. It was a great game, but, after about 4 or 5 overtimes, I think good football is just fucking done. I think good football is just, oh my gosh, man. Illinois and Penn State, and you guys seen it in the press. Penn State was ranked 7 after that loss. After 9 overtimes, they dropped down to 20. But 9 fucking overtimes, my guys. 9 overtimes. It was tied 10-10 at the end of the game. Then it went 13-13 in second overtime. 16-16 in third overtime. Stayed that way until about 7th overtime. 8th overtime went up to 18-18. Stayed that way until 9th overtime, where the game ended 20-18. Fucking A. I'm telling you, when that game got over and it went to the Oregon game, it was like fucking 12 minutes in the second quarter left. I was like, damn, so I missed the whole first quarter. Oregon's down 14-0. Like, it was sad. I won't lie. It was fucking bad. Cincinnati being at 2 blows my mind. How? I feel like Justin's the only person that can agree with me on this. Cincinnati has been good for the last 3 years. Cincinnati has been a solid team since 2019. Cincinnati's been fucking good. I've seen it. I know a couple other people that I know have seen it. But then there's people like Tony, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the T. But fuck, some people just don't see the talent in these younger, lower, I would say less popular schools like Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a good fucking ball team. They're good in women's basketball as well, man. But let's talk about 2 mega moves in the college football world that happened. Spencer Rattler 11-2 and DJ Uiagalelei 7-1 were the top 2 preseason favorites to win the 2021 Heisman Trophy, according to K-Star's Sportsbook. Spencer Rattler was benched versus Texas on October 10th. As you guys know, the true freshman comes in and leads the Oklahoma Sooners now. And DJ Uiagalelei was benched versus Pittsburgh on October 23rd, just last weekend. The top two Heisman candidates now sit in the bench riding some pine. What does that mean for the college football world? What does that mean for these two specific teams? I'm telling you what I hope it means. I hope it means the Sooners fucking lose. And I know backstage my guy's going to be heated. But you guys should have lost fucking 2 to 3 games already. You guys are getting fucking lucky as shit. And I'm hoping this freshman comes out one day and is like, I stayed up too late last night, and he just fucks up. Like, he just fucking plays horrible, man. I'm going to go ahead and bring backstage on to go ahead and bring his opinion on this. But I need these Sooners to lose for my Oregon Ducks to break it in, man. So joining me now is Oklahoma Sooners mega fan, Mr. Justin Sanchez. Justin.
What's up, man? Yeah, thanks for bringing me on. We got to get to the bottom of this because I've been a Spencer Rattler fan. I haven't been a Spencer Rattler fan. I never really expected him to be in this running to win the Heisman Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as you saying that, you know, we're going to keep losing with that stud of a quarterback, Caleb Williams, who brought us back down 35 points, who grabbed the ball from somebody who was on a running back who got stuffed on 4th and 1. You usually see quarterbacks look at that and walk away. Nah, he didn't walk away this time, man. That running back got stuffed, 4th and 1. And, you know, if Kansas gets the ball back, they got time to score, take the lead, then it puts them in a bad position. So he seen that, looked at that ball, grabbed it, and ran for the first down. That's a heads-up play that you don't see from, you know, NFL players. First time I've ever seen it. I think it's the first time anybody's ever seen that be done. So I think there's something special in Caleb Williams. He goes by Superman. Dude's a superhero. Oklahoma is not losing anytime soon, I hope. You know, knock on wood. But I hope that they really do good. And I really trust in Caleb Williams and, of course, that defense.
Very well said, Justin. And honestly, unfortunately for me, your guys' schedule looks pretty fucking easy the rest of the year, man. So congratulations on probably making the 2021-2022 college football playoffs. If it's not us, it's got to be Bama. And then if it's not Bama, it's got to be y'all because I don't want Ohio State to win it. So, hey,
100%.
Congratulations, man. Thanks for joining me to go ahead and spit your opinion on the true freshman, Caleb.
Hey, thanks,
Williams.
man.
No
Sumer
problem.
Boomer.
Sumer Boomer. Isn't it Boomer Sumer? Didn't you say it backwards? Isn't it Boomer? Yeah, you got it backwards, bud. You got it all backwards, man. We're going to get into a quick commercial break, man. On the other side of commercial break, we're going to do our first ever, and I wouldn't say first ever, man, but, you know, first week of Talk Your Talk and NBA. We're also going to bring some MLB into it as the World Series is going on right now, and god damn, the Houston Astros are up 4-1 over my Atlanta Braves, man. Come on. We need some magic to happen, man. I know Matt Faraci's probably pretty happy. I know backstage, whoever is going for the Houston Astros, Houston Cheaters, whatever you may want to call them, they're up 4-1 right now, and they're in their third World Series in the last 5 years. So what's going on with this Houston team? We're going to go ahead and talk about that right after this commercial break. I am Eric Holmes, your guys' host of the Talk Your Talk Show. This is episode 28, presented by the Rick T platform. We'll be back in probably 3 to 4. Peace.
Is the running back. Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag. Beckham, a one-handed catch. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
And Brandon Carr was back there. I mean, he is insane. How do you make that catch?
Oh, my goodness. This is sick. Put this to music. I don't think he stepped out either. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
You need to leave.
Football is a microcosm of America. All races, religions, living, playing, competing side by side. I pray we dedicate ourselves to be the best team we can be Let's choose to be for one another, to fulfill the promise of one nation, to be part of the solution, be part of the change, to try harder, show up, dive in, and stay at it.
Oh, can we touch for a second? Be us for a second. No matter what I give it to, my love looks better on you.
But this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat, according to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge, man. So let's get into our new segment called Coach fucking Tony. Coach Tony.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Let's get it, Tony. What you got for us today, man? Who the fuck are you talking about? What coaches are on the hot seat for you, bud?
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and talk about Mike Zimmer first, man. Can we go ahead and get a graphic up for that?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
I know it's week 5, but I don't see the Bills losing more than 2 to 3 games this season at the rate they're going, especially with how well their defense has been playing as well.
I'm going to say it. Hang on, Jello. I'm going to say it. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, my big ass is going through a table.
Mafia approved. Definitely. All right. So now we're moving on to the Baltimore Ravens. This is another one. Once again, we've talked about it before.
Fuck! Huh? What? Cut it. Shit. Welcome back to the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 28, presented by the Rick T platform. Man, had to turn it up one more time as we go into the final discussions here on that Rick T podcast with your guys' host, me, Eric Holmes. Let's get into some Talk Your Talk NBA talk. You guys know my NBA analyst is Tony Cave, but man, I'm gonna try this out by myself, man. But the Chicago Bulls, let's start it off there. The Chicago Bulls are 4-0 for the first time since the 96-97 Chicago Bulls with Jordan, as they won the championship with Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. You guys already know, but Lonzo Ball, and company, of course, is going fucking crazy, man. DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, all out there vibing together, man. But just wanted to let you guys know that, man. But let's go ahead and talk about my team. Jaylen Brown in an overtime game versus the Charlotte Hornets the other night dunked on Miles Bridges hard as shit. And you guys know Miles Bridges to be one of the best pass defenders in the league. Miles Bridges tweeted and said, also, I'm going to jump every time down 3 in an overtime game or any time in the game on the line. Hell of a play, man. So let's go ahead and show you guys this play real fucking quick. Sheesh. did the goddamn thing really fucking hard. Jaylen Brown to the goddamn rim one more time for you guys. Cut it. Jaylen Brown, you guys know I am a Celtics fan. We are 2-2 going into tonight's game. We are playing the Washington Wizards right now. I am watching it. Boston is down 60-68 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Don't know the statistics for you guys, but you guys will definitely hear those on Saturday. And one, Jason Tatum. Let's go Celtics. Moving on to another NBA topic for you. And this one blew my mind when I seen it, to be honest. So I know this is going to blow any NBA analyst or maybe NBA fans' mind just to see this, man. So just last year, Zaire Williams played with Bronny James and against LeBron James last night. So he played with the man's son last year on the same team and played against his father last night. He does play for the Memphis Grizzlies. Man doing big things, but just to see that statistic, just to see that fact out there, Zaire Williams played with Bronny James just last year and played against LeBron James last night. Just shows how life can change in a moment, man. One day you're playing with the son, next day you're playing with the daddy. You know what I'm saying? God must be fucking good to both be playing with both the James, both on the James family. But last topic here in NBA talk before we move on to MLB talk just a little bit. Oh, and I love to see it, man. The Nets are taking calls on Kyrie Irving. As you guys know, Kyrie Irving refuses to still get vaccinated. And the New York laws is he cannot play basketball, and nor will the Nets allow him to practice or play with the team until he is vaccinated or allowed to play regarding New York state laws. So now this has got into the danger zone. The Nets are now taking calls on Kyrie Irving. So what does this mean for Kyrie Irving's career? I know there's rumors a couple of weeks ago that saying if he got traded that he was going to retire. He came out in an interview a couple of days later and said, I am not retiring. I love the city of New York, or the state of New York. I love the city of Brooklyn. I do not plan on leaving here. Man, you might not have a choice, Kyrie. You might end up somewhere like Sacramento or some shit like that where they don't care if you're vaccinated or not. They're trash, they're boo-boo. Kyrie Irving's career might be coming to an abrupt end as the Nets are now taking calls for him. As KD and James Harden continue to flourish and play on the court together, they are missing one key component in Kyrie Irving, and now the Nets are taking calls, ready to trade this guy. What is going to happen with Kyrie Irving? But I'll let you guys go ahead and take that how you want it. But let's go ahead and move on to some MLB talk here on the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T platform. As you guys know, the World Series is being played right now. Just the other day, my Atlanta Braves went ahead and won 6-2 to go up 1-0 in the series. They are playing right now and currently down 5-1 at the top of the third with 2 outs. So it's not looking good for us. But let's talk about toughness, man. You want to talk about tough? Charlie Matrone struck out Chase McCormick, got Martin Molindano to the line and out, and struck Jose Altuve pitching on a broken fucking leg. This guy was pitching on a broken leg the whole night and still got the Atlanta Braves the dub 6-2. Shout out to you. That is definitely talking about tough, man. Went out there and definitely bucked up, nutted up, and got one of the biggest wins of the seasons, man. They're not looking good right now. F the Astros. And I completely agree, Tony. It's never go Stros, as some would say. It's always fuck the Astros, man. You can never go for those cheating guys. But happening right now, the Braves are taking on the Astros. It did start at 8:09 p.m. Eastern time. It is on Fox, and this is the 2021 World Series Game 2, man. You guys see, look at that. They're literally behind the ball. fucking wild there, man. But man, one more thing before we get out of here on the Talk Your Talk show. We just hit 1 hour, which is beautiful. I do want to remind you guys to go ahead and join our Facebook group, man, Sports and Sports Podcast, where we talk about all sports. We drop all sports podcasts, so you guys can go ahead and find your favorite show. If it's not the Rick T podcast, Talk Your Talk show, Cookout, or Fist Fights, or how about them Cowboys? We do have multiple other people posting their shows, posting their links, and also tuning into our shows to show some love, man. So go ahead and join us now. You guys can see it grouped by the Rick T Podcast, Sports and Sports Podcast. We are currently growing by like by the tens of the hours at the moment, man. So we definitely appreciate you guys for joining. But join now if you guys want to see more updates on the Rick T podcast or anything here on the Rick T platform. Definitely join Sports and Sports Podcast on Facebook. This group is brought to you by the Rick T podcast, man. But I do want to thank you guys all for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show episode 28 with myself, Eric Holmes. Like I said, you guys can follow me on all social media platforms at RickT_E, as you guys can see below. But man, thank you guys so much for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether it's on your way to the liquor store. We do it big here on the Rick T podcast or anything here on the Rick T platform, man. So we appreciate all you guys for tuning in. We will catch you guys next week, next Wednesday, and on Saturday for everything going on, man. I am Eric Holmes. This is the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 28. I am out of here. Peace.
Get your soul.